Today, Natasha, she's telling us, today about, South Africa and Africa intellectual property law. Hi, Natasha. Can you tell us yourself and your firm?
Hi, Yoshi. Hi, everyone. I'm Natasha Mohunlal, and I am the founder and managing director at NMA-IP attorneys in South Africa. Thank you for having me present today, Yoshi. During my presentation, I will provide you with insight on who NMA-IP is and what we represent to the IP system in South Africa and Africa. We will also look at the trademark system in South Africa, filing trademarks through the Madrid Protocol system, what is AFCFTA, and how South Africa can benefit from it. I would also like to touch on how the IP protocol can facilitate growth of micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. And then lastly, I would like to touch on the global pandemic. As I've mentioned, I'm Natasha Mohunlal, and I'm the founder and managing director of NMA-IP attorneys. We are based in sunny Johannesburg in South Africa. We are a boutique law firm specializing in IP services across Africa and globally through our trusted network of agents. We specialize in trademarks, copyright, patent, and design services. Having formerly worked at two of the leading IP law firms in South Africa, and now culminating in 16 years of experience in the IP industry in the South African platforms and African landscape, focusing primarily on trademark law protection and the enforcement thereof. We take pride in assisting our clients with strategies protecting their brands, understanding their portfolios, and ensuring that they receive the best services in respect of their IP needs. But most of all, and especially during these pandemic times, we secure the best, most efficient, and cost-effective protection of our clients' trademarks. I hold a postgraduate qualification in education and a Bachelor of Law degree from the University of South Africa. With the experience I have gained with various law firms, I've honed my knowledge and skills to specialize in South African trademarks and copyright matters. We at NMA-IP are a group of lawyers capable of handling multi-jurisdictional IP issues and catering for each of our clients' specific needs. So let's get down to business. How do we file a trademark in South Africa? And what are the processes? The first stage, as we all know, is to conduct a search of the trademarks register for conflicting marks. If the mark is available, we go ahead and file with CIPC, which is the Companies and Intellectual Property Commission of South Africa. As the process continues, the mark gets examined for inherent distinctiveness and conflicting marks. This process can take up to 8 to 10 months. As with every country, the protocol and timelines dictate the duration. After complying with the registrar's actions, if any, the mark will proceed to acceptance and advertisement in the patent journal. If no opposition is encountered within the 3-month period, the mark will proceed to registration. The whole process can take between 18 to 24 months in South Africa, and this differs per country. South Africa is special. IP in Africa, the Madrid Protocol in Africa. While 22 out of 54 countries in Africa are members of the Madrid Protocol, this geographical reach extends to 38 countries due to the participation of the African Intellectual Property Organization, OAPI, and African Regional International Property Organization, ARIPO. Therefore, it is possible to designate OAPI and or ARIPO in an international trademark application. Notably, Angola, Ethiopia, Nigeria, South Africa, and Tanzania do not have the Madrid Union. These countries cannot therefore be designated in an international application. What this means is that trademark applications must be filed directly in these countries. What is AFCFTA? AFCFTA stands for the African Continental Free Trade Area. How can South Africa benefit from the African Continental Free Trade Area? The AFCFTA fosters competitive manufacturing. With a successful implementation of this new trade initiative, there is potential for Africa's manufacturing sector to double in size from $500 billion in 2015 to $1 trillion in 2025, creating around 14 million stable jobs. AFCFTA will also establish a single continental market where goods, services, and people can move effectively, expanding intra-African trade across the continent, enhancing competitiveness and supporting economic transformation of Africa. As you know, IP rights are territorial in nature, which means that national laws regulate the conditions for their acquisition, maintenance, and enforcement. IP laws may be used as a tool to stimulate innovation and facilitate development through disclosure and transfer of knowledge and know-how. A single market is hailed as a potential growth accelerator for micro, small, and medium-sized enterprises. According to the World Economic Forum, these enterprises are responsible for more than 80% of Africa's employment in a market of about 1.2 billion people and contribute up to 50% to its gross domestic product, GDP. Therefore, the IP protocol is expected to facilitate the growth of the MSMEs in many ways. As you all know, the global pandemic has had devastating effects on many businesses globally, with some tragic results. But as with all tragedies, the human spirit prevails and emerges triumphant. With every new sunrise, the continent brightly boasts positive indicators for a continent with the world's largest free trade area and a market of 1.2 billion people. In the years to come, we will only see Africa reaching its true potential in growth with its resources and people. As the continent and world start to move into a new normal, it is not without its challenges and obstacles. With projected recovery for the continent following a 2.1 contraction in 2020, does not remove the threat of the increasing number of Africans slipping into poverty. With that, Africans over the years in time of adversity and turmoil have shown their resilience, with the continent now being optimistic for growth with factors such as investing and upscaling of their digital economy and further developments into infrastructure. Despite the past 24 difficult months, NMA-IP stays focused to ensure that we grow from strength to strength with our clients and partners in Africa and globally by providing proficient, prompt, and most importantly, cost-effective intellectual property services. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Natasha. Thank you for your presentations, and we are so happy to know that about IP system in the South Africa and also Africa. It was so precious information. Thank you so much, Natasha.